Today I'm heading up to Porter's Pass and I'm hoping to climb Foggy Peak and then hopefully Castle Hill Peak. I was up here a couple of weeks ago and it was just too windy at the bottom, so I decided decided to turn around and go home. So it is straight ahead of me. I can see it clear as day here. I can see Foggy Peak and then Castle Hill Peak and then down to the Gap, but you won't be able to see that. In fact, I'll take a photo. So I've just passed through Darfield, probably half an hour away from Porter's Pass. There's some balloons in the air. I presume they took off from Hororata. It's a beautiful morning out here. It doesn't look to be a breath of wind, so all looks very positive. So I'll see you at the bottom of the hill. Just driving through Sheffield now, home of the famous and world's best pie shop. If you're ever driving through Sheffield anytime, you've got to stop here. It's awesome. Brilliant coffee, brilliant pies. There's some lucky bugger just going in for one now. Look at that. Here we are, just coming up on the left hand side. See you after lunch. There we are, the Sheffield pie shop. Beautiful. Foggy Peak, Castle Hill Peak, nearly there. So I've only come up about 500 metres and 100 metres elevation, and already that's Porter's Pass Road. That's the top of Porter's Pass, just down there. That's where I've parked, just there, if you can see that. Lake Linden down there. And we're already out of track markers. Not as much of a track, it's just gives you a bit of a pointer for that first half a k, roughly which direction you're going, and that's where we're heading. I'm not sure whether that's Foggy Peak or not. I think there's a couple of false summits up here, so I guess it's a matter of sticking to this bush line rather than trying to tackle the scree as little as possible. So anyway, onwards and upwards. Okay, I'm possibly well over halfway, possibly 2/3 or so up Foggy Peak. Look at these views, guys. I'm so privileged to be able to see these views in person. These are the tallest ranges. There's Trig M over there, where Cole and I climbed before Christmas, I think it was. See if I can turn around without losing my footing. It's pretty slippery up here. Then back down, there's the Porter's Pass Road. Down the river, Canterbury Plains. Oh, wow, this is just fantastic. I see a few more people have started climbing behind me. There's one more car with mine. So anyway, gloves on and keep going. Time to have a rest, have a drink, take my hoodie off. I'm at the top of the false summit. Still got another, looks like about 100 metre climb to the top of Foggy Peak. I told myself all the way not to get excited about this false summit. I knew it was there. And then when you get here, you still can't help be disappointed. You've still got a wee bit further to go. Made a rookie mistake. Didn't bring my sunnies up. It was so cold and dark down when I started. Cold, dark and windy. I thought it was going to be like that all day, so now it's beautiful. Not a breath of wind anywhere. So we'll just have a break and then keep climbing. Right, made it to the top of Foggy Peak. This is just great views. Now I just have to decide whether to go down this ridge here and up to Castle Hill Peak. It is what I came for, so I guess that's what I'm going to do. Further on from that is the Gap, but I don't think I'll be doing that, but we'll see when we get to Castle Hill Peak. So I'll just stop and have a bite to eat.
I'm halfway between Foggy Peak and Castle Hill Peak. That's Castle Hill Peak there. I don't know whether you can really see how steep that is, but trust me, it is. It looks like it narrows down to quite a narrow ridgeline, just a few feet, so just want to keep an eye on things. But beautiful views around here into the valley. Look at that. Back towards the Torless ranges. Be lovely up here in winter. Well, I made it, but as per normal, I don't really feel like celebrating. It was pretty sketchy coming up, and I'm really not looking forward to coming down. So, but it's great views from up here. There's Castle Hill Village down there. Castle Hill with those rocks are. I don't know if you can see that just there. Boy, just under 4 hours and about 10 k's. About 1200 meters climb. Sun's out, as you can see, but it's pretty windy in places up here. So I'll have a wee break and see you at the bottom. Just got down off Castle Hill Peak, and funnily enough, it wasn't as bad coming down as I thought. It was very sketchy on the way up, but coming down wasn't too bad. So I've now got a flattish, if you can call it that, walk back to Foggy Peak, and then it's scree basically all the way down to the car. So I haven't had a fall yet, so that's all good news. These scree slopes are right down here. You won't be able to see how steep that is, but it's very steep. I wouldn't want to fall off this path where I am. So onwards and upwards. Wow, just about back to the car. Quick stats update. 6 hours 47, 2,800 active calories. That'll get me a pie. 1,340 meters climbed, and what was that last one? 18 kilometers walked. So I'm off to the pie shop and the pub in that order, and we'll see you later.